Hi, it's Dr. Mark, and what we're going to do today is part 3 of cellular detox. Today I need to spend a little time to educate you on how the cell works. And you must fix the cell in order to get well, remember that. So when we look at the cell, we have to do a little bit on the anatomy of the cell. First of all, the outside of the cell is called the membrane. And the membrane is like a soft contact lens. If you've ever felt one of those, it's nice and flexible, and it allows things to breathe in and out. In our cell we have a double fat layer. The membranes are made out of fat like cholesterol, and so that's why cholesterol is important for us to have in our body. These membranes should be very flexible and allow things to come in, nutrients to come in and toxins to go out. Now, as nutrients come in, they're going to increase our energy. And I think we talked about that before, that we wanted to make sure that we had enough of the ATP being made in the cell in order to give you lots of energy throughout the day. Second thing we have to do is we have to have the methylation groups, which are designed to turn on the good switches, flip off the bad switches related to our DNA. Now the DNA is just the nuclear material in the center that tells that cell what to do. So if it's a heart cell, it's going to help the heart to function better. If it's a liver cell, it may be one of the 500 functions for the liver. If it's going to be related to a muscle, it'll help your muscles to work better, or with your brain. But each cell has genetic DNA or genes in there that have been passed along from generation to generation. Now the key is getting nutrients in the cell and also getting toxins out. That is the most important thing for somebody to stay healthy throughout their lifetime. Remember, there's 82,000 toxins that are put into our food, air, and water. So when we get nutrition, say for example we've eaten ourselves a healthy meal, it's broken down and it's coming through the bloodstream. What it does is it comes up to these what we call receptor sites. There is about 20,000 to 100,000 different doorways that allow nutrients to get into our cells. Each one of them is shaped, as you can see, differently. So think of it just like a jigsaw puzzle on the outside. And I'm sure you put a jigsaw puzzle together where the piece looked like it was going to fit, but it didn't quite. Well, these are very specific. They have to fit together just like the key is when it goes into your car to start your motor. And once it fits in here, then it has access to come into the cell. So let's say, for example, T3. T3 is the active hormone for your thyroid that gives you thyroid, makes your thyroid work properly. When it comes up here, what it does is it goes and finds its receptor, and then it gains access, comes in here, and allows you to have more energy. Now the problem is many times when we get to this, these 82,000 toxic chemicals actually go in here first. And they can clog it up. And once they clog up that receptor site, nothing can get in and out. Nutrition, this T3 can't get in, and the toxins can't get out through there either. So now we got a big problem. The T3 is sitting out in the bloodstream, but it's not inside the cell. So I tell people it's kind of like having a full tank of gas, but you've got none in the motor. So when that happens, and we see this all the time, is gals will go through and they'll have they'll have a blood test done and they'll check their T3 and it looks normal. But guess what? It's normal in the blood, but it didn't get inside here into the motor. So they've got all these symptoms. Their hair is falling out. Their skin is dry. They've got depression. They're gaining weight. They don't sleep good at night. They've got irregular menstrual cycles. Their fingernails are breaking off. All these types of things are some of the symptoms that occur from a thyroid hormone that's not getting into the cell. Now the thyroid may be working just fine because we see that it's making the hormone, but it's not getting inside here. And that's what happens with diabetes also. So when we look at this, the key is that these can get blocked up. These can get blocked up as well. Now we don't have energy. Now we're tired. When the genes get messed up, that flips the bad genes on. Cancer genes, diabetes, heart disease, other types of things like that. Autoimmune conditions like MS. And now we've got all kinds of problems related back to these toxins flipping the wrong genes on. So what we do in phase 3 is we increase the methylation groups to increase the genes to work properly inside the cell. We increase the energy, and then we fix the membrane, we clean that out, and then we clean out the receptor sites. We add a really healthy diet to that program and lots of water, and you can see miraculous changes happen by the time that third phase is done. So I hope this all helps. If you're having issues with different types of health issues, doing this 3-step detox is the first step for you to start and get well again. Thank you.